tell a huge difference with this water on my hair.
Things are getting weird around here, but we're gonna eat.
Where's the rest of it? Cut right in front of me. I'm about to play Frogger with him.
I have been working on my Cajun. He's gonna be chopping like this. As we enjoy our stay here in the great state of Louisiana, we feel at home here. And it's funny because every time we come across someone, they're like, where are you from? And you tell them, well, we call Arkansas home. It's the closest state we can think of to call home. We don't know where we're from. And it's like, oh, yeah, you know, we're not that far apart.
You're just right up the road.
So we're neighbors. We're from the South. But I still think that regardless of what state you come from, at least here in Abbeville, Louisiana, the Southern hospitality is real. And they're not going to discriminate against you. We feel it.
Even if you're from Arkansas.
Especially if you're from Arkansas. Cody, he's talking to you.
Chucky.
Tell him. Come over here and pet me. Cody's getting us all set up for a cook tonight. We're going to try a little bit of Cajun flavor tonight. Not everything, not like a traditional Cajun meal, but we're gonna add just little flavors of it because we've enjoyed it. No one's starving here, I promise.
It's always a good day whenever I have an excuse to get the smoker out, and tonight is no exception. But before we can do that, got to do a little maintenance on the grill. I have a big Traeger back in Illinois that I use during the summertime when I'm at the lake. It has I guess a timer or some kind of an alert on there when it's time to clean it. And it's not joking, that thing will catch on fire if you push it too far. But I know on my small Traeger that I used to travel with, rest in peace, it was really sensitive. If I didn't clean it about every cook, it could catch on fire. So I'm taking the same game plan to the pit boss. We're just gonna clean it before we use it every time. Just a word of caution, if you're using these small travel pellet grills, you can't clean them too much because they will flare up and catch on fire. So I'm gonna finish getting this cleaned up here and get my pellets loaded up for tonight. We're excited about our cook and we're excited to show you a little more of the area before we get out of here. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We love getting up every morning. It's the first thing I do and see what the subscriber numbers are. I love to see it growing. We're loving all the views and all the comments and all the interaction and the meetups out on the road. You guys are just awesome. We're glad you guys are along for the journey with us. For now, I gotta get back to work.
Get back to work. Our double chair's looking really rough, which we're not complaining because this off-brand thing we got from Camping World, like what, a year ago? We got for a third of the price. So I'm not complaining, but Cody says he has a solution for this rip and it scares me.
Well, my solution is to do what I probably should have done in the first place and just buy a good quality chair from like Lippert. Lippert makes really nice ones. They're a little more expensive, but at the time they were sold out and I couldn't get one, and this one kind of fell into our lap. So I'm gonna do a little chair maintenance here in a second while I'm waiting on the grill to warm up and see if we can take a sad song and make it better.
Well, I think our logic was, for this price, it can tear up in a year and we won't be disappointed, but I'm disappointed.
I'm disappointed.
We're gonna start with boudin.
I haven't had boudin in forever. When I used to work at a large trucking carrier back in Arkansas way back when, I had a driver named Josh that used to go down to New Orleans, and he would grab this stuff and bring it back to me on dry ice. For a fee, of course, but it was always welcomed.
So good. If you don't know what it is, B-O-U-D-I-N, look it up. It's delicious.
Or just live vicariously through us. This is going right on the smoker.
We did this for you.
Now we wait.
We've mentioned this before. When you're going full-time or preparing to go full-time, everyone has all these things that you need to buy and all these things you need to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll either break the bank or stress yourself out before you even get on the road. However, there's one thing that we've been chastised over. We finally bit the bullet, almost 2 years in. We've had it for a month. I'm going to show you how that went.
All right, guys, you know the saying, happy wife, happy life. Right now, my wife's not happy because we've been experiencing some hard water across a few campgrounds and it's destroying her hair, and we all know that's not great for the plumbing on the RV, etc. So I wanted to test out one of these water softeners because for the 2 years we've been on the road, we really haven't done anything with our water other than installing those little inline blue Camco filters. So I checked in with RV Guard. Turns out they make a water softener. We've used a lot of their products over the last couple of years. So I have one here we're going to unbox and test out. Not only are we going to show you the water softener and how it works, we're going to test it across a few different campgrounds and see, do these things really take some of the hardness out of the water? I'm not what you would call a know-it-all when it comes to water or water purification. I grew up drinking out of a well and a water hose, but I did buy some water test kits. We're going to find out together. It's going to soften the water and remove the stains, increases the lifespan of our appliances, helps with rough and dry skin, improves water taste, stops some scaly buildup, so on and so forth. You guys probably know what these things do, but it's nice for me to learn about it. This provides 40% softer water, and it has a limited lifetime warranty. So this thing's ready to go from the start. All we have to do is hook a water line to it and flush it for 4 to 6 minutes, and we're good to go. So let's go try it. So here about a month ago, we did add a water softener. We went back to RV Guard, who did a really good job for us on our power cord reel and stuff like that. They've got quite a few good products at reasonable prices, so we thought, why not give them a shot? Now, why haven't we mentioned this yet? Because we kind of wanted to go through proof of concept. For us, we understand the concept of a water softener, but we wanted to make sure that it would actually work. So we've been testing it out at different places over the past month, and it does do a really good job softening the water, and we can tell a big difference in our skin and hair, how much soap we're having to use, etc. So this is just tap water, so that's about it's between 50 and 100, so call it 75 on the hardness scale. So it's hard water, but it's not super hard water. Very hard water is like a 425. So this isn't bad water to begin with, luckily. So let's test after we put it on. And it's just nearly a 0. All right, we're at a new campground. We're going to check and see how hard the water is here in the campground and how soft it is once it passes through the water softener. So I went out and got this cup just straight out of the faucet. So it's considered hard water. Let's test her afterwards. And now water is soft. All right, it's time for another episode of Do Water Softeners Really Work? It's definitely making a difference and we're loving it so far, but we're going to do just one more test before we report. So from the outside, kind of right between that 100 and 250 on hardness, so we actually do have a good example of some hard water here, but it brings it down into the almost no hardness, nearly brings it to a 0. So that's working out pretty awesome so far. So for the 3, maybe 4 places we've checked it, the water softener does make a considerable difference. So I'm really glad we added this on, and I know I can feel it on my skin. I know Ange can feel it in her hair. So if you ever asked yourself, do water softeners work? Yeah, they do, and they work really well. So the purpose of the test was for us to see that the thing actually works, so we could share that information with you guys. It's not overly scientific. We're using dip strips on this thing, and it's definitely not to call out any campgrounds that may have hard water, because most of that stuff's just based on geography and where you're at. So we just wanted to prove that it works before we share it with you guys.
I can tell a huge difference with this water on my hair already. Just the way it brushes out and rinses and my skin.
Once we knew it worked, then I set out to clear off all that residue on the showers, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, at this point, we've had the water softener for a few weeks, and we could tell from day one, you could feel the difference in the water. In Arkansas, we never had to talk or think about soft water, hard water. I mean, for the most part, it wasn't as big of an issue as it was in the homes that we owned in the Midwest. The only thing that I could find to combat the crud around my faucet handles and shower heads was vinegar. It was just kind of a miracle worker. So I found a recipe for shower cleaners. I know a lot of you guys are already doing this out there, but I still see it in the forums, a lot of people asking, what do I use to clean? I can't use anything corrosive, so I'm just going to toss it out there. Vinegar, a little bit of water, and some Dawn. Very natural, non-corrosive, and they do a fantastic job of cleaning. What I didn't know, and I haven't cleaned this in a while, what I didn't know was that there was such thing as a shower squeegee. I know I'm the last person on the face of the planet that didn't know this existed, but it did phenomenal. Dirt would just, it was really gross. So that's my trick. Vinegar, water, Dawn, squeegee. Pretty fantastic. If you have something that you've discovered, drop in the comments. I know there's a lot of people that search those comments and like to see what people are saying. It's really helpful to a lot of people. I want to know who Cody was fighting in the shower. This isn't that old. What was he doing in there? I think Louisiana thinks that it's February or something. Cody had to go put some more clothes on.
I was in shorts and short sleeves today, and yeah, it's not even 5 o'clock and the temp starts dropping pretty quick, but I'm just happy to be out by the grill. And speaking of grills, loving the new Pit Boss so far.
Yes, thanks for all the comments. You guys kind of gave us some confirmation of all the good luck you've had with it, but that's what we've been hearing too, so we're hoping this one lasts longer. You saw our first night here in Abbeville, Louisiana. We were given the seasoning to try, this Chez Francois, and normally Cajun seasoning I'm like, because it's overpowering, it has all the MSGs in it and all that garbage. It's really mild. We're already like to here putting it on everything. So we tried it with some butter and garlic, see how it tastes on the shrimp and fish.
We're about to find out. We didn't mean for this to turn into a cooking show, but I guess today it kind of turned into a cooking show. That's all part of the journey though.
Sorry. I'm not going to say this is how you eat it. I'm going to say this is how we were taught to eat it.
I think you're supposed to use Louisiana hot sauce technically.
I don't know. We got a cute little Tabasco sauce at the museum the other day, and it's just the most adorable little thing. You have to use it.
And she just had to use it. Give me a little dribble. All right, that's
a lot. I don't know why I got the biggest one. We've got tilapia, we've got boudin, we've got shrimp, we've got red beans and rice, we've got Creole pralines, we've got some weird things. We're gonna put some raspberry chipotle Tabasco sauce on. I mean, things are getting weird around here, but we're gonna eat.
Tabasco sauce on ice cream and cake.
We're gonna enjoy our night tonight. We'll see you guys in the morning. I've yet to find someone that's unfriendly in Abbeville. People are so nice here. We found the Abbeville RV park kind of by chance, and it looked like a place where we normally wouldn't go, but the reviews were really good. So the story goes, it originally was a city park. The city owned it. there was a funding issue. So someone came in privately and took a chunk of it. So the city still maintains part of it, like the electricity, and then the rest of it, and takes their cut, I guess. And then, but technically it's a privately owned campground. So it kind of looks like a state park. It's very woodsy. As far as amenities, it really doesn't have a whole lot. The appeal here is the price and the serenity. You're about 5 to 7 minutes from about anything you need in Abbeville, but you're still kind of like in the woods. One of the big perks of this campground that people were raving about is this adorable little walking trail. It's right off of the campground. It's about a mile long. I'm just watching for suspicious looking logs with teeth. So as far as location goes, I think it's a great one, assuming that's what you're looking for. Mosquitoes do not care about your feelings here.
As we wind down our week here in southern Louisiana, we decided we'd pop over to Lafayette, which I think is the big city when you think about Abbeville for sure. So we're going to go over here tonight. We just stopped off at Whole Foods, picked up our Amazon package. So that's done. And what do we have in store? I don't even know.
I don't have a big itinerary. I just kind of want to go see what's down here.
Okay. So let's go do that.
And then maybe some food.
We had a lot of that yesterday.
I need more. I wanted to read you one of the reviews off of the campground about Lafayette. They said, Lafayette, Boston drivers don't hold a candle to these aggressive, undisciplined drivers. Locate your destination, get there, get out of town alive.
Well, the people in the parking lot sure can't drive for anything. I know that much. I was literally just about to say that compared to driving around in Dallas or Houston, Texas, this is a breeze. But if you try to do anything at the Whole Foods market here in Lafayette, I've got little bitty cars that see this big old truck and think they can just cut right in front of me. I'm about to play Frogger with them.
It was one car.
Well, we passed right by the downtown area because it was so busy with some construction and stuff like that, and traffic was crazy. So we just went and had dinner. We went and found a place called Pre-Jeans. Pretty good eats.
Pretty good. Now, I don't feel like I've mastered the English language, mind you. And I sure didn't pay that good attention in Spanish class. But I have been working on my Cajun phrases. I'm bourré.
What's that mean?
I'm stuffed.
Yeah, I'm that. Whatever she said, I am that also.
It was a good night. For now, it's bedtime. Good morning. I am on a mission today. If I complete this, I can leave here complete and happy. The first stop is to Richard's Meat Shop where we got our boudin. Now that we know that it's good. We're gonna go get some more for our friends to keep in the freezer because we'll see them in a couple months. And then one more stop. This town is so small I can already navigate it without directions, most of it. And I can get lost in a driveway, so that tells you how small this place is. I apologize that this has become a food video. Many apologies.
But that's part of going to different places and doing different things. It's checking out the local culture, and that includes food. So that's going to be my excuse to eat like a hog again today.
No food on the next video. Probably. Okay, so I got you a jalapeno kolache.
Okay.
That's different than any kolache we've had.
Never seen one quite like that.
But I think we're going to like that crust better than...
Where's the rest of it?
That's it. I cut it in half.
That's it?
This is one beignet. Well, minus a piece here. I don't know what happened to it. All right, you got to get back to work. Let's give her a shot.
Nothing wrong with a snack break.
They're messy.
They're not bad.
Not bad.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to everybody. I mean, it's good, but it's not like knock your socks off exciting.
Get you a sugar rush for the day. He's gonna be chopping like this.
I'll eat that if you don't want it.
Can I have a bite of it? Like one bite?
I guess.
That's much better than the one we had from Buc-ee's. It's very bready. This is good. We'd never had a beignet. We had to finally do it. Now I can leave complete.
Our goal for this video wasn't to make you hungry, but I have a feeling it's working. So let us know in the comments if you're getting a little rumbly tumbly going on watching all this good food.
I did encounter a lady at the grocery store in the egg aisle, and the eggs that she wanted were in the top far back, and I guess she was a little bit shorter, so she proceeded to climb the shelves and got stuck midway. She proceeded to climb the shelves, got stuck midway. She proceeded to climb the shelves, got stuck midway, turned, looked at me, did a little nervous giggle. I ran over to her and helped her. I'm not that much taller, but I guess I helped. So that was my exciting grocery store story. We've got red rice. We've got red rice.
We've got shrimp. 4 of these to be exact.
You dripped that all over me.
Real life.
As always, thank you. Say tu.